All right, guys, so quite honestly, wasn't even planning to do this video. Didn't even want to do this video. I already did like one on the Can-Am Spider. I figured these were like, same group, same thing, same animal, same family, whatever. So there's no reason. Damage done. Move on. Then I went up to Laconia. I saw way too many of these things. And it's becoming a plague. It's horrible. It's so horrible. So let's get into this. This is Bikes, Beards, and Brews. Let's kick that intro. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we kick this one off, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. New videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Man, like every day of the week is just a great day because I'm here for you. I am here for you. So, as I said in the beginning, I didn't originally want to talk about the Can-Am Rykers. I felt like they were close enough to the Spiders. I already said my piece on the Spiders. I've moved on, damage done, whatever. Let's forget about it and go. But then I was up in Laconia and I started seeing these things everywhere and it just felt like they were challenging me. It was like, game on, bring it on. What do you got? So here we are. That's what we're talking about. Let's get into the Rykers. So first thing you need to know is there are 3 different levels of Rykers. There is the Ryker, the Sport, and the Rally. I don't even get the Rally. Like, have you ever even seen a Spider Rally or a Can-Am Rally or a Ryker Rally? Whatever stupid name they've come out with this time. Why are we using a Y instead of an I? It's not the 90s. You're not a new metal band. Just stop it. You're not Linkin Park or whatever like you guys are going for. Just knock it off. This is dumb. Just spell the name. It's Ryker without a Y. But anyway, have you ever seen a Ryker Rally? I mean, like, it doesn't happen. Apparently somebody building these things was like, oh, if we make enough of these, we could be like Subaru and go do these rallies. No, you're not. No one cares. Just stop it. So the Rykers are basically a smaller version of the Spiders, and they're aimed more towards young people. So basically, if you don't wake up in the morning and complain about your back or use the wall to hold yourself up while you're using a urinal, then you may want to consider the Ryker instead of the Spider. It's apparently the young man's tricycle. And I say tricycle because these are not bikes. Look, first and foremost, you know how I know these are not bikes? Because they come with sway bars. Motorcycles do not have sway bars. This is a tricycle thing. Even Harley owners, when Harley owners buy trikes, you know what they call them? They call them trikes. When you look at the Harley page, they're under their own section. They're trikes. They are not motorcycles. They're trikes. Get over it. You're riding a tricycle. That's what's happening. So the thing about the Ryker is, I started looking into these things, and one of the things I noticed is they are only designed to be single-seater. You have no option for a 2-up. And then I realized this makes sense, because if you're buying a Ryker, you clearly have no friends and no relationships, so it's not like anyone is getting on this thing and riding it with you. I'm pretty sure that you probably can't pay someone to ride with you on this thing. If you're like, hey man, you want to go outside and like take a ride on my bike? Or like, what's up, baby? You want to go riding on my bike? And she's like, yeah, what do you got? And you're like, oh, I got a Ryker. She's gonna be like, oh, I got poop. I'm leaving. Sorry, busy. Can't help you. And so let's get into the actual differences of the Rykers. So the very beginning one is a 600cc bike. It's got 50 horsepower. This thing, it comes in a little over $9,000 at bare bones, and it is basically, it's slower and it has less torque than a Harley Iron 883. So congratulations, you've bought something that no one can ride with you, no one's willing to ride with you, and you bought something slower, and you know, the Harley riders got you, man, because they have things you don't have, like balance. So yeah, and then you can go up to the Sport. The Sport has 80 horsepower, which is, and that comes in at 10.5, for the bare bones basics. The Rally, I saw them coming around 12, not really much more horsepower either. They just had like white rims and different plastic on them. So let's talk about the plastic. So here's the thing, you can customize the Ryker as well. And I actually went to the Ryker website and I started trying to customize one to see what I could get out of this thing. Basically, customizing is you get to pick different pieces of plastic to put on the thing. And I don't mean like, okay, you can now add stuff to it. No, it's you swap out the plastic that's there for a different colored plastic. You can get like little side pieces of like different colored plastic. You can get a little piece of plastic that you put on the hood, or you can get a totally different hood. Entertainingly enough, the hoods are labeled epic. It's like epic black, carbon black, and epic piece of crap gray. I don't know. I looked at these. I'm sorry. When I look at this, there is nothing in my head that's like, wow, that hood is epic. I'm like, wow, that hood is ABS plastic, and it's gonna go on where that other piece of ABS plastic used to be. Woo! Like, what are you guys doing? But they do have a few pieces that you can use to upgrade your Ryker. One of them is a spoiler. The spoiler makes absolutely no sense whatsoever because your entire body blocks where the spoiler is. Apparently, the people who design like Rykers and the people paying to put these on do not understand how spoilers work or the actual concept behind them. So they were just like, whatever, put it back there. Ooh, I got a spoiler. I'm so stylish and fast now. You guys, you're nerds. You and your nerd bikes, you're nerds. Another thing you can do is you can get, there's a little spoiler to protect your gauges from, I don't know, like your tears, but I guess that doesn't work because you're behind the spoiler when you're riding the thing and everyone's making fun of you. Nonetheless, they have a little spoiler to protect your gauges, and they actually have like, it's called like gauge spoiler decals. Now, for those of you who might be missing this, decal is just a pretty name for sticker. So they're literally selling you upgrades that are stickers that you can put on your spoiler to protect your gauges. Like, they're just like, yep, gauge spoiler decal. What are you doing? Can-Am, what are you doing? Like, this is just the dumbest little piece of crap I've ever seen. It's got a little emergency brake on the side that you have to engage when like you're not driving the thing so it doesn't roll away. This was a real conversation I actually saw in a couple of the reviews for this thing. It was like, oh, make sure you put this on, especially if you're on a hill, because your bike will roll away. I'm like, man, you know, you can just leave that thing in gear, right? Like every motorcycle ever in history that like has ever existed and been on a hill. Anyway, this thing, the other strange thing to me is the sportier the bike, the less weight it could hold. Now, the most frightening part is the Ryker, the actual base model $9,000 Ryker holds 500 pounds. Now, it's got a trunk that you can maybe hold your battery operated boyfriend in, and that's about it. That's how much room is in that trunk. So they're still allotting for 500 pounds for a bike that can only hold one person. Let that sink in for a minute. But then when you get the Ryker Sport, it can only hold 450 pounds. And then when you get the Rally, it can only hold like 415 pounds. I'm thinking that like it's the same engine all three times. It just, the Sport can go faster because it, you know, they have it holding 100 pounds less, and then like the Rally holds like another 20 pounds less or something. So, you know, there's your horsepower boost. So just buy the base model, weigh 150 pounds, and it's like having the 900, except you don't have to pay for it. Makes sense to me. Doesn't matter either way, because you're still on a tricycle, you're still taking it into public, and you're still like, look at my bike, and wondering why everyone's laughing at you when they turn around and realize that your bike has 3 wheels. Again, it has a sway bar. Bikes don't have sway bars. You know what has sway bars? Cars. Cars have sway bars. You were driving a car, You were driving an overpriced car. You know why I know it's overpriced? Because they only sold you 3 wheels and you still paid for it. Cars have 4, but you were still in a car. This is absolutely dumb. And you guys that keep driving them around and saying, oh, I'm a motorcycle rider, I'm a bike rider. You guys are the absolute worst. Like, just stop. You are not a motorcycle rider. You are not a bike rider. Again, Harley riders, riding trikes, call them trikes. Like, you are not on a motorcycle. Motorcycles have 2 wheels. You have 3. You're a tricycle rider. You can say you're a motor trike rider or motor tricycle rider, or like, I don't know. I don't care whatever it is, just don't be a motorcycle rider, because you're not. Just you lack certain foundations like balance. Fact. That is it. So seriously, like everything, Can-Am, your Spiders annoyed the crap out of me. Your Rykers annoy me even more. You're on notice. You grind my gears. Knock it off. I mean, could you imagine like a Ryker Rally? Like, picture all those like Subarus like blowing through the forest and stuff. Now picture a bunch of 500-pound dorks in those like one-piece leather suits and a helmet and a neck guard and all that. I was gonna say blasting through the woods, but they're on Ryker, so trying as hard as they can to go through the woods. That'd be, I think I'd almost watch that just for everything that would go wrong. That'd be kind of funny. I bet you they break a sway bar. So that's all I got for you guys. I hope you liked it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Share this video with friends. Share it with family. Share it with that one dork you know who's got a full riding gear setup and a full face and everything else. And he's like, I'm a biker. And then he goes outside and gets on his Ryker. He loves this stuff, trust me. And I'll see you all on the flip side.